Three unqualified morons with microphones. This is the previously recorded podcast. All right, welcome to this special episode of Previously Recorded. I am your host, RP, as always, and this episode of Previously Recorded is brought to you by our T Public Store. Go check it out, and shout out to our Belgium listener. If you're back, we missed you. So our T Public Store is in the notes, so check that out. This is a very special episode. It's a very short mini episode, I guess is what it'll be called, but it is our spoiler-free thoughts on Thor Love and Thunder that just came out today. As you're listening to this, we just got done seeing it, and so we want to share completely spoiler-free. You have no worry about anything spoiler-filled. It's just some quick thoughts, and you'll probably be able to tell by the runtime of this episode that it's just quick thoughts. But to help me do this, welcoming in my wife, Audra. Welcome back to the podcast.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, happy to have you here. So we are here to talk about Thor, Love and Thunder, spoiler free.
I will do my best.
No. She will not do her best.
100%. Nothing will be spoiled whatsoever.
And if she does say something spoiler filled, I'll just cut it. But we're coming at you live. We just got done seeing the film. Unfortunately, we did not get to see it early like sometimes we do at Previously Recorded because this is such a hot film. But again, I needed an episode, and why not? Let's talk about Thor Love and Thunder.
Hell yeah.
So again, quick spoiler-free thoughts. We'll probably be talking about it more in depth with Shane and Bob on our next episode coming up in the beginning of the episode. But I can tell you that they did like it. And I'll let them share their thoughts on the film after. But so I'll start off. So
kick us off.
I enjoyed this film. I liked it. I did not love it. And I had high hopes for this one coming into Phase 4 as it closes out Phase 4 of the MCU. I wouldn't say I was the most excited for it, but this is the one where I was like, it's going to be good.
Right.
You just know, you trust it. It's Taika coming back. Hemsworth.
Formula.
Yeah, exactly. The formula works. Hemsworth's coming back. Natalie Portman's returning. Christian Bale is the villain, who was phenomenal.
Fantastic.
And I'll start there. That's my biggest gripe with the film. There is not enough gore. It's a quick runtime movie. It's just under 2 hours. That's full, including credits. So, you're probably looking at a 1:45 movie, hour 45 minutes. And there's plenty of time they could have added to give you more of him. And because he's such a cool character, he's a very cool villain. And Christian Bale was perfect. He was so good in this. It was a very unique villain that we haven't really seen in the MCU. I don't want to say he's the best because I still think that belongs to Thanos.
Sure.
But, and again, he didn't have enough time to grow in this movie.
Right.
But he was good, and I would have loved for us to have gotten more screen time with him in this movie. Same thing with Natalie Portman's Jane Foster. I would have liked a little bit more screen time with her, but there was just a lot going on. It's a very quick, fast-paced movie. You don't feel like you're all over the place. There's just a lot going on.
Right.
But I do think that the short runtime hurts just character development all around. Even with, I feel like Thor is...
You don't need character development for all of the characters. Thor's established. Even Natalie Portman's pretty established. So going off what you were saying, again, Christian Bale was the one that needed the kind of character development more so.
Well, yeah, because he's our newest character.
Sure. But
this is a very Taika Waititi film, as I said. You feel him in every single frame. The color pops. He helped reinvent Thor, and you get more of that. So
that comedy is there. His comedy is there the entire movie.
And I will say that that's probably the one negative side I had. And I said this about Ant-Man and the Wasp, too, that the front half of the movie is very joke-heavy. Some of it all works. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I would like some more serious moments. And you do get some serious moments in this film that are really well executed. But I do think some of the jokes were not needed to help, because they already get the one punch, and then they get they're always going for the 1-2 punch, the back-to-back jokes. But and some of the hate for this movie is that it's a lot like Ragnarok. You're going to get that when you use the same
director, same writer, probably. I don't know.
Taika Waititi wrote it.
Oh, then you're going to get the same thing.
And you get that 1-2 punch. I'm pretty sure he wrote it anyway.
I looked it up, and he did write this movie.
Perfect. So it is him, but like a lot of people where I think the hate for the movie was that a lot of people were, maybe expecting something different, where Ragnarok blew them away because it was so different. But you're going to get that same vibe from this. It's like Guardians 1 and Guardians 2, same vibe. I don't know why you're going to
Sure.
expect anything wildly different. And I wasn't disappointed from that. I was mainly just disappointed just because I wanted more time with other characters.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of cool new additions to the cast and things of that nature that I think were really well. This movie works really well. It's good. It's not a bad movie. The Rotten Tomato score once again doesn't reflect
What
this
is it at
film.
now?
68% as of
Wow.
now, which is very, very low. But
That's too low.
the complaint people have is that it's too much like Ragnarok and it's too short.
I think people the too short is because I feel like with Marvel movies you want so much more action, you want so much more characters because there's so many good characters to pull from in the Marvel universe. So when you don't get all of that in a short film, they just want more and more. I also truly think where we differ in this opinion on the comedy aspect of it. To me, Thor Ragnarok expanded the Marvel universe for so many more people because even your sister, that's one of her favorite movies because it's so comedic, it's so kind of out there and outlandish and not so much a serious superhero movie. So I think the draw
why-
is the comedy.
Yeah, which is why people love Guardians of the Galaxy too, who
Right.
don't like comic book movies. And that's why Chris Hemsworth agreed he's like, I'll play this role forever because he's like, I'm having fun doing it.
Chris is so good as Thor. He is so good at Thor. And he was just
He's born to play the role.
he looks the role. Let me tell you that.
He looks kind of like the most jacked
Ever.
I don't know about ever, but he looks fantastic.
Lean.
Everybody in this movie looks fantastic.
Yes.
It's a sexy cast.
Yeah. Oh,
all
great
around.
looking. Korg especially.
I'm not really sure what else do you have to say about the film.
Other things to add. Again, I personally liked the short.
The runtime?
Yes, I liked the runtime of it. I think it was to the point. They didn't have to go crazy with certain aspects of the movie or do a big background story on certain people because we knew the characters. This is the fourth Thor. Like everyone knows who everybody is, minus obviously Christian Bale.
Yeah, no, for sure. But again, my complaint is that the movie was too short. My complaint is that the movie was too short because it didn't. It was too short because there could have been more runtime to allow some of these character developments to flourish and story points to expand on a little bit. In terms of like it's as long as in terms of the overarching plot of the movie, it's as long as it needed to be.
Sure. Yep. Perfect.
And I can't say enough about the performances. Like I already said, Christian Bale was really phenomenal.
He kind of, I would say, he didn't steal the show away from like Chris Hemsworth, but they really were a perfect kind of hero villain matchup. I think.
No, and he's kind of in the shadows for a lot of the movie until kind of the end.
Right.
So again, that's what I mean by short run time. I hope that's spoiler free. Like I'm not ruining anything by telling when somebody's in the movie.
I don't think that's an issue with the fans here.
No. So, but yeah, no. That's what I had to say. Anything else you want to add that's spoiler free?
I liked it. Again, agree with you. Not as good as Ragnarok, but still very good.
Yeah. Like I said, I love Taika. I love the way he makes movies. I love his comedic timing, his jokes. It works. It works for Thor, and I want to see more Taika. So whether he does another MCU movie in the cosmic area, if he moves on and does another character, my guess is he might do another one or he might move on.
Different character?
I don't know, but he's got another movie coming out that's not superhero related. So that's what he did. He did Ragnarok, he did Jojo Rabbit, and then he did Thor: Love and Thunder.
Right.
So maybe he can come back because I don't want to lose that kind of talent. I like him. He works for the MCU. The MCU needs that. Like you said, it pulls people in who are not comic book fans.
Yep.
And this is a very standalone movie. So you don't have to have seen really anything else other than the Thor movies to understand. I mean, who's going to walk into a random movie in the fourth Thor movie and be like, I haven't seen the other three. Am I going to understand it? You would be able to figure it out. They really do. You can join this movie cold water.
Not even watching Thor 1 or 2 or 3. You could figure it out.
You could figure it out very easily.
It's a great standalone movie.
There's some cool storytelling mechanics that they use that work for the film. But I like this movie. I have to see it again. I have to sit with my thoughts as I always do. but I like this. I encourage all of you to go out and see it,
Yes.
which I'm sure you all will do, influenced by our spoiler-free opinions or not. But I like this movie. I give it 4 out of 5 lightning bolts.
Ooh.
What about you?
I would give it, I think, a 4.2
You
lightning
got
bolts.
It's either about to be 0.5
What?
or whole number.
Oh God. I guess 4.
Okay,
4.
If we could do percentages or whatever, I would do 3.75. But I give this one a 4
All right.
because
4.
Ragnarok is a near perfect movie, and this one's definitely better than 2, probably better than 1. I just have a soft spot in my heart for the original Thor, but I was really happy with it. I enjoyed it the entire time. It has a very romantic comedy vibe too, which I do love.
That's that's actually a really good point. I didn't think about the romantic comedy vibe to it, but it's a great rom-com.
Yeah,
Really
no,
is.
it is. It went
Perfectly seamlessly within the story.
in multiple ways.
Yeah.
So
Yes, in multiple ways.
and then non-spoiler stuff. There is 2 end credit scenes. I know sometimes people Google that. Most of you guys sit through anyway, but there is 2. 2's kind of the standard now anyway. But go see it this weekend. 4 out of 5 lightning bolts.
It's Thorific.
Oh wow.
That is credit to Shane. I will give him credit. That is fully Shane's.
Nah, fuck him.
Thorific.
All right. But that does it for us here. Thank you very much, my
Thanks for having
beautiful
me.
wife, for joining me. And go see Thor: Love and Thunder this weekend, guys. We will see you in 2 weeks for our next episode. Anything to plug, Audra, before you want to go?
Just previously recorded.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm surprised you didn't say morning toast. But that does it for us here. Remember to rate, like, subscribe. It was just me and Audra today. The guys didn't make it.
I got a shout out to Brian. He asked me to. And
Okay.
I never get asked on this show, so shout out Brian.
There you go. Shout out, Brian. What's up, baby? And then I will plug the Umbrella Academy and Miss Marvel. Both have been really, really good. Go watch them. Go see the movie. And the guys weren't here today because they're still getting over their trip back from Isla Nublar. So they'll be with us next in 2 weeks. But remember to rate, like, and subscribe. And have a great weekend at the movies.
Bye.